Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for your support. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking this out and giving it a chance. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Shout out, of course, to the 19. We are going to talk about Christine Brennan. Christine Brennan, of course, as you all know, is the esteemed, an actual real reporter, a real journalist who has done more for women's sports than everyone involved in the WNBA combined. Christine Brennan is the reporter that asked Dejanay Carrington about the eye poke on Caitlin Clark last season. And of course, the players' union got all up in their feels and wanted to get Christine Brennan fired and put up this ridiculous statement that sounded like it was written by a butthurt 7-year-old. But anyway, and of course, she has a book coming out soon that as soon as it is out, yeah, we will talk about it. I will read it. We will talk about it. I think it's going to be very interesting based on what I'm hearing. And again, Christine Brennan does real journalism, and she has some comments about Caitlin Clark that I find really interesting that I want to talk about, react to, let you listen to as well. And then on another clip, she's got one really, really interesting thing to say that I think is extremely important to be hearing from someone like Christine Brennan in terms of the future of the WNBA and what it means for Caitlin Clark. So let's take a listen to this.
Christine, how much does it hurt the WNBA when Caitlin Clark is out?
It is devastating to the WNBA when Caitlin Clark is out. And anyone out there, and there may be a few people out on X and social media and Twitter who want to dispute that, facts are facts, and the truth is the truth, and the data is there. And what we saw when Caitlin was out the last time, the 5 games that she missed earlier in the season, the WNBA's viewership dropped more than 50%. Not just the Fever, but the entire league. I've covered Tiger Woods the length of his career. As big a deal as Tiger was in men's golf, Keith, he did, and when he was gone, it affected the ratings, but nothing like that. And Michael Jordan being out, maybe a 5 percentage points or something. Nothing like this. You can make a strong case, and I will make that case, and have that there is no one single athlete more important to his or her sport or tour or whatever the circuit is that they play on than Caitlin Clark is to the WNBA. And also, the collective bargaining agreement is now open to being renegotiated. This is devastating for the players, even as some of them, and I deal with this in the book, talking about the jealousy, talking about the anger, the cheap shot from Kennedy Carter. There's a whole chapter called Hip Check about that, and how the class act that Caitlin Clark is, handling it all beautifully. And taking the high road as Kennedy Carter and others took the low road. That of course, that was going on, and that is going on in the WNBA. But Caitlin Clark is the most important person to them too, even those who are jealous or angry with her or don't like her, because she is their financial future.
Christine.
Damn, you know that absolutely hurts big time for those players to hear that. She is their financial future. I thought it was really interesting when you think about all the things we've been hearing about the CBA, right? And all the players speaking out now and how they deserve this and deserve that, and they need to get more money and on and on and on. And yet here we have Christine Brennan, who knows what she's talking about, saying the fact that the new CBA is up now for negotiation is devastating for the players, and it is. They don't get it. Look, I always give this caveat. I don't know what the league's thinking. The league, with someone like Kathy Engelbert, made me very well wanting to just give the players everything they want because the NBA will pick up the tab. But if the league is doing its job, this is devastating for the players because we have not seen growth for the WNBA outside of Caitlin Clark. Losing half your viewers because of one player being out for a professional league, a team sport, that is not a good sign for the rest of the league. I love how she brings up the hatred and the jealousy. That is what we have seen from these players over and over again. One thing I do want to point out, sort of a side note, but she addressed it, so I think it's very interesting. And I know we've talked about this here and there. I've touched on it at times, and many of you in the comments as well. But what Caitlin Clark has done, not in terms of what she's accomplished on the court or even how she deals with her fans, but how she has handled everything with her entrance into the WNBA and the reception she's gotten from the players, like we've talked about, the Dejanay Carrington stuff, the Angel Reese stuff, the Kennedy Carter stuff, that has continued into the season with JC Sheldon and Marina Mabrey, and the nonstop jealousy and hatred that plays out on the court in terms of the physicality as well, and the cheap shots and the fouls that aren't called, and on and on. And Caitlin Clark has never had a bad word to say about any of these players, no matter what they've done, no matter what they've said. She has always been about giving them the benefit of the doubt, right? I mean, even after the NCAA championship, how she praised Angel Reese, despite what all of us saw after that game, the absolute embarrassment that Angel Reese was, acting like a petulant, spoiled, insecure, little narcissistic child, following Caitlin Clark around the court, pointing to her ring finger and waving her hand. The Kennedy Carter hit, Kennedy Carter's behavior after that about the I ain't taking no Caitlin Clark questions, then the nonsense that they followed on top of that with the lies about the guy at the bus in Washington, and Caitlin Clark asking about the Kennedy Carter. She just has never had a bad word to say, because for her, it's always been about elevating the WNBA, about elevating the women's game. And it is so absolutely bizarre that they hate her for this. Okay. They hate her for her. Okay. First of all, they hate her for her skill, right? She is a new breed of player. She is a new breed of player that hopefully we get to see going forward, right? This is why we've seen the Sonia Citrons play well, and the Kiki Ariaphans play well. And even Lucy Olson, when she got some minutes in Washington, geez, Washington has all the rooks, but it's why we're seeing those players play well. It's why we'll probably see players like Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles coming in that are also a completely different style. These are players who play the game differently, and their focus is hoops. And if the WNBA allows it, we are going to see an entirely different style of WNBA. But the players before Caitlin Clark are clinging to what they have had, and they do not like that Caitlin Clark has this skill and that plays the game in a different way, that also, not just in a different way, but a different way that people love, a different way that people find fun and entertaining to watch, which is why Caitlin Clark has all the fans that she does, and they hate her for that as well. And of course, this all begins at the top and trickles down. We've seen ridiculous comments by Kathy Engelbert and the fact that she does nothing about the officiating. We've seen the comments from Y'all Not Like Us, Renee Montgomery. We've seen, Sheila Johnson and her whole, everyone should be on Time Magazine, every player in the league, even though it's an individual award for Caitlin Clark. And to that, I have one short clip I want to finish up with, because again, kudos for someone in Christine Brennan's position actually being a reporter. If we had real reporters and real journalists, I think we could have gotten real change in the WNBA already. But instead, we've got your Elle Duncans and your Monica McNutts and your Cheryl Swoops and people like that, who just continually lie and stand for the old guard WNBA because they're part of the club. And we had this went to the wrong thing. This is a quick clip. I love what she says here.
Instead, the leadership of this league has just failed miserably. That's just not my voice in the book. That's other people as well. Yeah. And what a shame, because this is the moment they've been waiting for.
The book is called
The Leadership of the League Has Failed Miserably. 100%. Absolutely. This, no matter what the players actually feel and their petty jealousy and all that crap, this could have been a completely different experience for the WNBA. With good, strong leadership from Kathy Engelbert, they could have met this moment in a completely different way that elevated the entire league and allowed the entire league to benefit from Caitlin Clark. The whole, you've heard it a million times at this time about the, a rising tide lifts all boats, because the ratings have gone up a little bit in terms of Caitlin Clark's fans have tried to give the league an opportunity. They've like, hey, you know what? I like that team. Last year, or at least briefly, I don't know if they still do, but you had that whole the great games against Dallas, and people were like, oh, I got to watch Dallas. I got to, And now I think the fans of Caitlin Clark are pulling back from that a little bit because they're rebuffed at every opportunity. They try and support the league, and the league has made clear time and time again, no, we don't want you. We want the money, but we don't want you. We don't actually want the fans, which of course it doesn't work that way. They have no idea how it's supposed to work because the NBA has supported them all these years. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on Christine Brennan's comments. What do you think about what she said? Do you agree with her? Do you think it's going to make a difference? Do you think it's going to be interesting when her book comes out? So comment below, let me know, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you so much. Really do. Without any of you, there is no channel. So thank you. Go have the day you deserve, and I will talk to you later.